So Patrick Mahomes has did it once again. A couple days after winning the league MVP, he has led the Chiefs to another Super Bowl title run. Mahomes came into this game with a bad banged up ankle. Despite all this, he would end up getting hurt while in the game, but still playing his heart out, leading the Chiefs to another Super Bowl title run. And I truly think Patrick Mahomes has officially established himself as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I mean, he's already put himself in elite company by winning his second Super Bowl, and not a lot of QBs have done that in their career. As of this moment, only 12 quarterbacks in NFL history have won multiple Super Bowl rings, and Patrick Mahomes has put himself in elite company. Mahomes has joined guys like Joe Montana and Tom Brady, so naming those guys alone, I don't really even have to name the other quarterbacks on this list, because when you hear Joe Montana and when you hear Tom Brady, you automatically think about two of the best quarterbacks of all time. And when Patrick Mahomes has joined that, that's rare company. Honestly, having this discussion right now kind of reminds me of the debate we had about Giannis. Once Giannis won the NBA title in 2021, there were discussions about if Giannis was already a top NBA player of all time. And I think there were legit arguments that Giannis is already a top NBA player of all time. Now we're having this debate about Patrick Mahomes, and we look at those two's accomplishments. Their accomplishments are pretty good enough to put them in that, category. Patrick Mahomes, two-time MVP, two-time Super Bowl champion, two-time Super Bowl MVP, two-time All-Pro, and maybe not important, but also a 5-time Pro Bowler. And once again, keep this in mind, he's done this at 27 years old. Not a lot of QBs. I don't even think Tom Brady can go into history and say they've done this early at this age. And Tom Brady, he's undoubtedly the greatest quarterback of all time. Right now, as of right now, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. But 10 years from now, maybe even 5 years from now, Patrick Mahomes could definitely well pass him. Tom Brady, he's going to hold it for a good couple years. But Patrick Mahomes, eventually, I think he's going to be the one to take it. Honestly, it might not even be a wild thing to say that Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. He's not the GOAT like Tom Brady is, but he'd be a better quarterback. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at Patrick Mahomes, you look at Tom Brady. Both of their skill sets are, for the most part, widely different. And for the most part, from what I've seen of Patrick Mahomes, I think he's a way better quarterback than Tom Brady was. I'm not going to say he's the GOAT quite yet. I think he has a chance to still get that. But from what I've seen, I think he's a better quarterback player than Tom Brady, if that makes sense. For the most part, he's already a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about that. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame regardless of what anybody thinks. The records he has set and the accomplishments he's done already established him as a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. There's no doubt about that. But when it comes to being one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, I think Patrick Mahomes has officially established himself as that too. The reason I say he's already established himself as an all-time QB, I'm looking at QBs in this top 10 constantly, and I'm looking at guys who I think he's already passed. He's already passed Dan Marino. He's already passed Drew Brees. He's already passed Brett Favre, and he's already passed John Elway, in my opinion. Maybe ranking him top 5 might be controversial, but I officially think he's an all-time great. He's a top 10 QB all time now. I think he's officially established himself with that record. You're not going to give me a debate there. I think he's officially put himself as a top 10 QB, because even QBs that are top 10 have not done the things Patrick Mahomes has, have not accomplished the things that Patrick Mahomes has, and they're ranked as top 10. So I think Patrick Mahomes, he's cemented that, door shut, locked. He's an all-time great now. I saw somebody else say this, I think it was on a TikTok live. I think the only quarterbacks who I can say he's fully behind right now, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, maybe Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not going to say Aaron Rodgers quite yet. Honestly, I know a lot of things I've already said in this video are going to stir up some arguments, but I'm looking forward to arguing with anybody in the comments about anything I said. Personally, I'm glad to know, as I've become more of, knowledgeable football expert and things like that, I'm glad to know I'm going to be watching Patrick Mahomes for years and years to come, and I'll be able to expand my knowledge on him. And I'm glad to know from the start I've been watching Patrick Mahomes since he was drafted. And also I'm glad to know when I have kids who like sports, I can tell them how good Patrick Mahomes was. I wasn't able to tell them, how good Brady was at the start of his career, Manning was at the start of his career, Joe Montana was at the start of his career, or even at the end of his career. But I can tell them how good Patrick Mahomes was one day.
Yeah, I told y'all this week there's nothing that's keeping me off that football field.
I think he's a top 10 QB all time right now. He's creeping up on that top 10. He's going to get there sooner or later. Top 10, he's locked that in. Top 5, he's going to lock it in sooner or later.